Hey guys, this is going to be a really long update dialogue type of thing, so if you want to skip to the main part of the video, look at the number in the middle of the screen and maybe I can put an annotation. I don't know, YouTube's been doing this weird annotation update thing and I don't know how it runs yet. So there's a little thingy-majigger, just click on it. So as people have noticed, I have been back for I'd say around 2 weeks, but it just so happened that when I came back, midterm tests started rolling around, and that's not good, especially if I want to start uploading again. So it kind of screwed up with my intentions, and right now I have a lot of stuff to catch up on, including series that I want to start doing. There are going to be 3 series that are going to be released on my channel that I'm going to try to push forward. So first one is going to be the regular montage things that I push out, and that's just going to be regular opponent videos. The second one is just going to be gameplay videos, and I've really wanted to do this for a while, but I've always found it hard because I hate uploading raw media. It felt unprofessional. It felt just too untouched. But now I'm finding a way to try to put in certain editing elements as well, just so I can kind of like make sure that the video isn't just dull and bland itself. And the third one is that I'm going to actually be releasing podcasts, which is, whoop-de-doo, surprising this video itself. So if you guys actually like these videos and you want to see more, just make sure you actually give some feedback. I'm going to try to attempt to upload podcasts on the weekend, as well as upload gameplay and Elponer videos on the weekdays. Gameplay videos are going to be usually in the beginning of the week, and Elponer videos are going to be at the end of the week. I'm not going to try to stick to myself with a on-the-day schedule. I'm going to see if I could try to work something out, and then maybe in the future, if it does work out, I'll try to stick to an actual schedule. But so far, everything is going smoothly, but we'll just see how it's going to work out. Anyways, I don't want to waste any more time. You guys enjoyed the video. Take care. Goodbye. What is something like that you guys have never done but would actually like to try? And like think everything. No, but like actually think like give me your honest answer.
Same.
I'm curious at what I would be like when I'm drunk. You know what I mean? Like, personally, I don't like alcohol or anything like that. And I don't know if I mean, I'll probably try it one day. Yeah, I'll definitely try it one day, but, like, I don't know. I want to see how I'd be like when I'm drunk, but not, like, have it be, like, a reoccurring thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's just like you don't even want it to be like a pastime. You just kind of want it
Yeah,
to
I
be
just want
like
to be like, I wonder how I am when I do that. Okay, cool. Now I know. Never doing it again. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Oh, I plan to do that when I'm 21.
Yeah, exactly.
My birthday party.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Remember,
Of course, have some responsible people nearby. Maybe have someone record it and all that. But like, make sure you got your friends around to make sure you don't do anything stupid and that you don't get hurt.
remember Brendan, when we had a conversation and you were like, "Ew, I'm gonna be 21 when I graduate." Like,
Yep.
that is such an odd thing. Quick info. Brendan was a senior when I was a freshman in high school, and now I am a senior. So, kind of put that into perspective. It's kind of weird. Time's passed by a while. What about you, Brendan?
Anything, huh?
Wow, great answer.
Wow.
No. I mean, I'm asking, is there a limit? What is it? Is there
The only reliability is that it has to be an honest answer. At least one of like your best or the best.
All right. I mean, I wouldn't mind traveling the world. Even though I hate leaving home, like that's gonna be like the craziest thing. It's so weird leaving home, but I'm down to see the world. Like, I would love to see the Bermuda Triangle. Oh my god, like those crazy places that nobody goes to, Area 51.
Oh, I hear you, dude.
I want to see that.
Like not like like World Wonders, but like kind of like the more interesting stuff, like the kind of like
Yeah, just
creepy,
like
like
the big
Oh,
mysterious place.
oh,
yeah,
urban
yeah,
legends kind of thing.
yeah. Well, the Bermuda Triangle, I think it was explained, about the methane gas sort of thing. I don't know if that's just like a rumor or if that's actually like scientifically proven that's methane gas as to why all the ships sink and like how you think you see ghost ships when really it's just reflections of ships underwater and all that. Or I don't know. It was something like that I heard on the internet.
This might not be relatable, but Amelia Earhart's plane, I don't know, did it go down near the Bermuda Triangle or something like that? Or is
Uh,
that just, am I just like thinking about any type of like
uh,
plane
I
crash?
think I think it was that no one knows where she actually. Well, no, she got lost. No one really. Actually, yeah, I honestly I don't know, to be honest.
So when I was watching a documentary when I was like in the sixth grade, they were doing a huge presentation. Like, here's Amelia Earhart. This is why she was known as one of the best women in history, etc., etc. And they spent 40 minutes in an hour film talking about like what she did rather than them trying to actually find the plane. And at the end of the entire documentary, they were like, "We have found something, but we cannot release what we found based on due to like legal rights and shit." And I was like, I
Well, that's
watched an hour documentary to find out if they found a plane,
All right, I got it, Joe.
just to not hear it in the end. Don't you just hate that like blue balling moments?
I mean, was the documentary supposed to be about that, or was it about her life?
That was that was the entire documentary. They were trying to find the plane. And then they went with metal detectors like through parachutes, and they were gonna actually like
Oh,
die. And I was like,
I
what
need
the?
to kill me. Oh wait, no. Hold on. We just. Oh dang! I was hoping you had your other gun. Okay, sorry. Doesn't have to do with the podcast. But if it's them like actually like trying to find the plane and all that, then it's just like, oh yeah, we can't tell you.
Yeah, they just
Well,
wanted to fish
simple.
out any type of minutes, anyways. But it was a good documentary, nonetheless.
Well,
I don't know. Documentaries are interesting. I enjoy documentaries.
I hate one-sided documentaries.
Oh yeah,
One-sided documentaries.
Yeah,
those exist definitely. Like
You mean
yeah,
like?
biased. Like they
yeah.
look one complete side, and that's like it.
Oh,
They're
like
way-
about slavery?
Okay, not really.
No, actually, I have an example from college in which I was in this geo class in which we were looking about, fracking.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so basically he showed us a video that was completely one-sided on fracking, and then one that was completely one-sided on non-fracking. And you see like the little techniques that they use, like the fracking, the one that was part of the supporting fracking, it made me cringe hardcore because it showed like this stereotypical American Christian woman, like I'm just a literally in one of her lines was I'm just a Pennsylvania mom. Like it was just so freaking cringy and like they basically try to make it seem like like fracking is so good for look at this American family and it's not really affecting much. And they show these quote unquote experts that are experts, but they choose their people wisely, like the ones that actually support it and then showing yeah and they had like all this happy sappy music, you know what I mean, to make it seem like oh yeah Frank is good, like do all like happy and bouncy while yeah while the other documentary that was one-sided against fracking used like more scary music. The filmmaker like was always talking voice like fracking has been like doing this and that. They're hiding all these documents, to make the viewers seem more scared.
They're
and
hiding
afraid,
the documents.
Yeah, like yeah, and he did have like
certificate.
yeah. Well, he did like have like documents like against it, but like it was to like even though like, the teacher did his best to stay like even though he's like against fracking, I'm pretty sure he did his best to show that like to be non-biased and point out in both films like the things that they were doing to convince people and how you should like watch out for that. And like even like the graphs that show for like only a few seconds and then you realize it doesn't really have much to do with whatever they're talking about. Things like that. That's yeah, in one-sided documentaries like that, but I don't know.
Speaking of
That's an
documentaries,
example.
like I know exactly what you're talking about. I was usually just thinking about like documentaries on like history, things about like
Mhm.
Amelia Earhart that doesn't have like a political standpoint or an agenda that
Yeah.
it's trying to prove.
What do you mean choose
Okay, hold on.
anti-Semitic?
Can we find the topic again? Because like you've completely gone off on a rant.
Well,
Well, I don't know. That's kind of what happens.
yeah,
I
like
guess.
that's kind of what I was trying to do. I know I still got to answer my question,
Yeah,
but
like the only one who hasn't answered
I will answer my question once I'm finished
the
with.
fucking around.
All right, hold on. I want to actually talk about this because this happened in health class.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Go ahead.
speaking of the documentary, do you guys know a lot about food restrictions in high school and the Michelle Obama administration? I don't even know if it's an administration, but I know there was like a huge restriction on like sodas and all that such like happening all around.
Basically, our lunch food's getting like ruined by Michelle Obama.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, and
Like,
like there was actually a documentary that I watched in health class where we were supposed to learn how to eat healthy and everything, and they actually showed like all these like clips what happened when cigarettes were shown in kids shows and like kids smoking like or not kids smoking but it's like children's idols like smoking and whatever, and then they go to present time where they show like, oh, smoking is not allowed on kids shows because it's illegal and whatever, and then they say, oh yeah, smoking relevancy or like kids growing up to be smokers has decreased by at least around like 40% or something like that, and then they try to do the same thing with unhealthy foods, and they would show like all these clips from Fox News and like very conservative like social like or political like shows and interview shows saying that like they would not accept that because that's against the freedom of expression or just the freedom of like I don't know if like I guess like it restricts companies from doing what they need, and then they call them food police and whatever. But I can understand what they were trying to use the technique on showing relevancy of like what this would do because this happened in the past. You know what I'm saying?
History repeats itself.
You got pizza
so
dough?
basically, they got. So like basically, they showed how like basically certain idols would smoke and then influence children to smoke, and then how we do the same thing with fast food, and basically see all these shows like kid shows, especially where they're like eating pizza and burgers and stuff, or like eating fast food, and then how it's making more children obese. Is
Yeah,
that
and
basically what it's?
and it's crazy, dude. And although it's very one-sided and it's pretty biased because it wants to prove an agenda, like you could already like I'm already starting to notice the amount of advertisement we do for food, and it's crazy,
Oh yeah.
dude. Like I never know like because just glorifying and romanticizing food that is extremely unhealthy. Like, cause we joke about it, like, "Oh, are you guys ready to clog out your arteries and like shit like that?" And we never
crazy.
actually, yeah, we never actually take that into like consideration that like we are actually romanticizing unhealthy behaviors. And like, I really do want to hear an argument against this kind of claim, other than
Yeah.
using the argument of it should just be done because it's a business freedom of whatever they want to do because it's private property and etc. The government should get
I
involved.
think it should be done because the people, the general public, should be allowed to control their own diet. How are you gonna like regulate that for us?
That's
If
true.
I clog my arteries, then I'm gonna clog my arteries. I don't care.
I feel like there's a lot of factors to this because there's certain people who like because if you look right now, it's
Like
cheap as hell to get a burger at McDonald's. You know what I mean?
Am I gonna
Like-
buy the $7 salad or the $2 burger?
Yeah, and there's that.
Yeah.
Like fast food is it's fast food. It's cheaper. It's what's more affordable a lot of the time. And then and then you have the argument like, well, maybe it's their fault because it's their fault. It's their money. They're gonna decide, hey, I'm gonna eat fast food because I like it. But then again, there are the people who can't afford anything but fast food, and it's like I don't know. It's really a lot. I think it's just a lot of factors to the situation that we have to consider. You know?
Yeah, like that's the only like thing that I wanted to hear, like, because like it sounds weird coming from a person who like like that kind of I shouldn't say I support this. I should say like I understand like its statement, but I do want to hear like a valid argument like against this, like because they provided a whole lot of data like to this.
Like I said, just controlling the diets of the people is wrong. If I'm 32 years old, I don't want to be told that I can't have my fucking Cheetos. Don't stop me from having my Cheetos. And again, it goes back to the me wanting to treat my body the way I want to. Let's say, all right, let me put it to you this way. Me eating a cheeseburger is going to make me 7 times happier than if I were to eat kale.
Well, it's not necessarily just that. I love a chicken Caesar salad. Like, have you ever had chicken Caesar salad? Like, that's something good. Like,
I don't have salads at all. I've never had a salad. It's disgusting. I don't like lettuce.
You should.
Well, you should.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm not fucking.
I don't know.
Wait, what'd you say, Brendan? You cut off there.
I'm not exactly a fat wreck.
Yeah, that as well. But, like, I don't know. I enjoy it because I feel like it does affect you in certain ways. Like, it does make you healthier, even if it's very minimal.
Nutrition, dude. Nutrition, like, the food makes you happy. Oh, look at that.
Well, no, that's the thing. Like, a lot of time, all this fast food stuff, like, it makes you happy in the moment, but it actually does have certain depressants in it. At least in, like, fast food, like, in McDonald's and things like that. You know what I mean?
Satiety.
What's it called?
Speaking of McDonald's, did you guys like start seeing the new labels on the McChicken, the McNuggets?
I thought you were going to talk about the McChicken situation from, last year?
What, there's a McChicken situation from last year?
Remember when the guy,
That was a chicken wrap.
Oh, was it? I heard it was, I thought it was a Mc...
There's another thing? Okay, guys, we go to a really ghetto school, and apparently someone decided to give another fellow mate a good act of fellatio to receive a wrap a while ago.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about the thing that happened online. Like, remember the McChicken freaking meme? Because the guy did a little something with that McChicken that you should really never do with a McChicken.
I'm so confused.
He put his wiener in a McChicken. Okay, I'll just be straight. Okay. Like
Why?
That happened last year. That was like a big thing. I thought that's what you're talking about. When you said McChicken, I'm like, oh gosh, like it made me.
Oh,
remember.
Joey Salads?
Wait, that was Joey Salads? No, that wasn't Joey. Was that Joey Salads?
No, I feel like he did something weird with his wiener. Hold on a second. Let me search this up.
Wait. I remember he contributed to the human cake.
Are you guys children?
Yeah.
McChicken
wiener. Dick.
I don't know. When my mother watches this.
Yeah, there's pictures of him putting his wiener in McChicken.
His dick. And
Joey Salads?
Yeah, it's Joey Salads.
I had no clue it was Joey Salads.
So
I thought it was.
He put his dick in the McChicken. Is he gonna get hurt? What's gonna happen?
I don't know. He just did that. He like uploaded the video or something. I don't know. It was just some situation, but there's like a million memes on iFunny about it. You know what I mean?
He's holding his wiener like a hot dog, and he has mustard on it.
What do you mean like a hot? Oh gosh. I don't want to know this. This is not where the podcast should be going. Let's change the subject.
Okay, no, let's go back to the subject. How about
Yeah.
Brendan.
What were we talking? Something about chicken nuggets. You were talking.
It's Victor's turn.
Okay, no, I was just trying to say that the new McChicken Nuggets now has a label saying that it's no longer artificial and it has no preservatives and whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll go back to my thing. I'm just wanting to say, like, why is it all suddenly put in there now? Like, what happened before?
Before they realized, wait a minute, maybe this stuff is actually pretty bad. People are catching on to them. I don't know.
Like, I learned about it in nutrition this year. Basically, let's say you ever looked at like the nutrition facts of like a candy bar, and it says like grams 0G. That's usually not true. Like the 0. It's actually probably it's he described it. My teacher said basically like even if you get like like a 0 point whatever of that, you're still allowed to put 0.
So you're telling me that like if it doesn't go above 0.5,
As it goes, like, as long as it doesn't go
Above a certain number.
like, I think you can have it at 0.9 and still.
still be 0? Wow, that's actually really interesting.
But that's not fair because people then don't really know what they're consuming.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you see 0
That-
gram, because like
you
content.
went off on it again because like literally you can do that. You can get away with doing that, easily just by like changing the serving size.
Yeah,
Why
that's
do you
what I was
think
about to say.
that's ridiculous?
And like, dude, right now I have
You can have two crackers.
I have a $1 soda right here, $1 store soda, and it has 0 grams of total fat. That is written, and 0 grams of protein. Well, that I believe, but I wouldn't believe seeing the total fat being 0 grams. And it has a serving size of 8 fluid ounces, and that's like less than an average cup. So like we don't actually know how much fat's in there. But look, I have no idea. You learned this stuff in college. I just picked it up here from there from health. So like,
Take nutrition.
I'll think about it. But like, yeah, I mean, I'm doing sports, so I probably should. Probably be a better idea. But anyways, let me get back to my question.
What was the question?
What is something that I have never done that I would like to try? And I actually don't like. I don't know what specifically because I have many things. Oh wow! I just hit my mic. If I had a choice, it would probably just be like living in a studio bedroom my whole life, and like not my whole life, but like for a long period. I would say like around 3 months, and having everything directed to me. You know, like living on a computer. Basically.
This is something you would want to try?
Yeah, something that I've never done, but I want to try. It never said that it had to be a positive thing. It just had to be something that I would like to try.
But that's something you want to try.
Yeah.
But
Really?
I don't get it. I thought you would say something that's like actually like almost borderline impossible for you to do.
Borderline impossible?
Yeah. like
Borderline
this-
impossible?
I thought that it would be like something that you really want to do, but you probably can't.
No, it was just like something you've never done before that you really want to try. But like, well,
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
like that shit literally is so simple. All you have to do is grow up and move out. There are studio apartments everywhere. People don't really.
But like, just I think he means like he gets he gets food taken up to him, water taken up to him, and kind of just live in there, not even have to go out. Is that what you mean, or?
I want to treat myself to social isolation. And I want to
Okay.
see like how it affects me. And I want to do in the same context as you. I want to see how it affects me, but I don't actually want the long-lasting effects. I want to know how it feels to be socially isolated, because I have feelings of some type of anxiety. Like, I shouldn't say anxiety, but I understand like what it feels like to kind of just feel indifferent in front of like a huge social like group.
Yeah, like you felt like you've had like an almost like a not really an anxiety attack. I assume. What was it like?
Panic attack.
Yeah, kind of like a somewhat of like a panic attack before.
Yeah, and like that's usually
You've been-
if it does, like if I do have something similar of the sorts like to that, I would usually just leave the area and cool down anywhere else but there.
Yeah.
That's how I calm down. Cuz it's usually many factors. It's like, oh, is it really hot in there? Oh, are the people making me uncomfortable? Is this just like people acting like different than me and etc. I have to go out. I have to calm myself down. That's just how I solve it. But I've never actually like socially isolated myself. And remember, I said I just want to be part of the internet. What is it like to just be living on the internet, on the computer?